The following contest is match 2 in a best-of-7 series. Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Lacey Ryan.
Lacey Ryan set for action as we switch gears to the women's division. And Halston Boddy and Heather Monroe have been keeping Lacey guessing. Last time out, you had to win by a 5 count in the first match in this best-of-7 series. What is in store, stipulation-wise, here in match 2?
Oh, quiet down, there's an adult speaking. Look, Lacey Ryan's back. She must love getting beat up by you, Heather. How fun. Well, let's get right to it. Stipulation number 2 will be one of you has to win by using a move on the top rope. Yeah? What?
Well, Lacey seems fine with that. Using a maneuver off the top rope. Well, Lacey Ryan's known for that.
Fine. The second rope. What?
A little bit of arguing here between those two. Heather Monroe's not excited about the stipulation.
Okay, we got it. The stipulation for the second match is submissions only, dearie. Good luck.
You can see maybe a little frustration there on the face of Lacey Ryan because...
And introducing her opponent, being accompanied to the ring by Halston Boddy, she is the Killer Bay, Heather Monroe.
Certainly can't interrupt the introduction of the Killer Bay.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Kenley.
Stipulation number 2, you have to win by submission only, but that certainly seems to play to the favor of the Killer Bay, who, of course, has that devastating 7-year stretch in her arsenal.
Well, you know what? He said from the very beginning, it's a move from the top rope. And you hear Lacey Ryan say, no, I don't want that match. So he changed it on behalf of Lacey Ryan, and it just so happened now to work in the favor of Heather Monroe.
It seemed to me that it was the Killer Bay that had some issues with the choices of Halston Boddy. Halston seemed a little bit frustrated that his idea didn't get picked.
Well, you know what? You remember it the way you want to remember it. I'll remember it the way it actually happened. Doesn't matter what the stipulation is, Kelly. Can we please stop focusing on how the stipulation is affecting whom? Okay, Heather Monroe is going to be in control of this 100%, except this one.
These two have had some wars, a 2 out of 3 falls match back at Milestone. Now into this best-of-7 series where the score is 1-0 for the Killer Bay. Got the victory in that first matchup in which you had to win by a 5 count. And Halston Boddy, the prism of excellence, getting excellently interfere in that matchup.
Oh, Halston Boddy does what he can to protect his client. You know that. The man's class.
Excellence of interference. And
he coined that, making a shirt.
Yeah. Big shot there by Lacey Ryan. And she is a very prolific striker. Running knee in the corner. And now really keeping her enemy close. Looking for the armbar. Well, there's a submission. That could do it. And Heather Monroe gets the ropes. Again, you're not going to see any pinfall attempts unless it's just by habit. There's not going to be any countouts. You have to win by submission.
You saw it very foolish already by Lacey Ryan, not being very, very smart, putting her in a submission right next to the rope where Heather Monroe can obviously get out of that and have the ref break her hold. So Lacey Ryan is already at a disadvantage. She is not smart enough to wrestle in this type of match. That was nasty.
Vicious chop there by Lacey Ryan, now returning the favor. Well, the claws coming out here for Heather Monroe. And you got to wonder, Lacey Ryan obviously fundamentally sound. She's got, you would think, some submission moves in her arsenal. We saw the attempted armbar, but, Heather Monroe has certainly garnered a lot of victories by submission. So the advantage on the side of the Killer Bay in your estimation?
Not only the advantage just because of the stipulation, just the advantage in general, Kenley. The wherewithal that Heather Monroe has, not to mention the fact, and not that I'm saying he's going to interfere, but if you have somebody on the outside to give you that moral support, you're going to be able to have more of an advantage. Heather Monroe might be able to make her tap right now.
I think that...
She's tapping.
No,
tap.
She is.
That was a tap.
She is getting the faithful behind her as Lacey Ryan.
Okay.
Give me a break.
Okay, that was an obvious tap. The referee is blind, and you are too if you didn't see that. She tapped 4 times with her foot, Kenley.
Momentum back on the side now of Lacey Ryan. digging down deep, doing what she does best, and that is out of the striking department. But the strikes could open the window of opportunity for submission down the line. But again, having to really change her offensive playbook to get the victory. We'll see here.
Going to really have to dig down deep.
Rolling through again. She's going for that armbar. That's her submission of choice, it would seem. And the strikes had the Killer Bay rocked. Can she defend this armbar? It looks to be in pretty deep. Halston Boddy trying to pull Monroe under the ropes and does. Come on.
I don't know if he saw it. What do you mean he pulled her under the rope? What he did, he was obviously reaching for the referee to let him know that her foot was already under the rope the entire time, Kennelly. It's not my fault the referee is blind. It's not Halston Boddy's fault either.
You're telling me that the foot of Heather Monroe would have broken the plane of the rope if it wasn't for Halston Boddy's interference? Now, a reverse neck breaker there. As Heather Monroe, you can see it. The pins and needles taking effect, trying to get some feeling back in that arm. Rolls through, there it is.
Oh, there it
7-year
is.
stretch. It's locked in. Lacey Ryan in big time trouble here, center of the ring.
Tap again, tap again. The referee didn't see the first tap. Go ahead and tap again, Lacey Ryan. This is it. You are history.
That's one of Heather Monroe's signatures. She's won so many matches with that. And Lacey Ryan powering her way out of that devastating submission hold. But the damage may be done, Jasic.
Heather Monroe is stalking her prey. Submission match is not just about that last submission hold. It is about wearing down your opponent the entire time. And you see that right now as Heather Monroe goes back to the works, right back to where she started, back with this 7-year stretch. And Heather Monroe is now going to seal her fate as the winner of this match, Kennelly.
But the body positioning, Lacey Ryan trying to kind of turn sideways here. She had to fight her way out of the hold and earn it, unlike Heather Monroe, who had the assistance early. Oh, she taps. Lacey Ryan taps.
Told you. I told you.
Here is your winner, Heather Monroe.
Heather Monroe pitching the shutout so far, 2-0 in this best of 7 series. We take a look back at the action, brought to you by Lights Out Extreme Fighting. See it live March 13th. For all the information, go to lightsoutxf.com. Here you see the submission attempt, the armbar. Halston Boddy clearly assisting Heather Monroe and pulling Lacey Ryan out. But then Lacey Ryan got locked up in the 7-year stretch, not once but twice. Heather Monroe up 2-0. More coming your way on Championship Wrestling.